When you're shopping for your foundation, do you ever question yourself if you're finding the right undertone or match to your skin? In this video today, I'm going to be giving you some tips that can help you to make a better decision on the color you pick when purchasing your foundation. This is not going to be about types of foundation. This is strictly on how to match up your skin tone to your foundation. So if you want to know more, I hope you stay tuned. Hi, I'm Jacqueline and welcome to Timeless Beauties. Before we get started, I just want to welcome all my new subscribers, and I want to say I appreciate all my subscribers who have been with me for a while now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so by hitting the subscribe button below and the little bell so you'll be notified when my videos go up. And also, before we get started, I want to do a little bit of a shout out. I have a friend on YouTube and her name is Cathy from Cathy's Life. And she has been a good friend to me since I started YouTube a year ago. And I believe that all women should help women. And this has been a great community of women who like to support each other and pick each other up. And Cathy has a goal that she had said she wanted to hit this year. And she wanted to hit the 2,000 subscriber by her birthday in June. So Cathy's channel, she's a lovely lady. She's very down to earth. She's very genuine. She has a channel where she does beauty and lifestyle and skincare. She has beautiful skin and she shows some wonderful products. And she also does a little bit of lifestyle and vlogging too. So you get a good variety with Cathy. So I really like her, and I really do recommend that if you could go to her channel and tell her that I sent you. I will put her video link below, and subscribe to her so she hits that 2,000 mark for herself in June. Okay, so let's just get started with the video. I want to start off by saying that, first of all, foundation is probably one of my favorite makeup products. I think foundation and eye palettes are my weaknesses, so I do have lots of each that I like to experiment with foundation too. And I like to experiment with eye looks too. But this video today is going to be strictly on foundation and matching up your foundation to your skin tone. So I'm going to give you some examples and some tips. So let's just get started. So I'm going to first of all start talking about your skin undertone. I already have done a video on how to determine whether you're cool or warm. And I'm going to put that video up in the card up above. So you can go and check that out even before you go through this video possibly. So it'll help you to understand if you're still not sure whether you're cool or warm. If you know whether you're cool or warm, that's great, because it's very important that you know when purchasing your foundations if you're cool, warm, or neutral. Also, I wanted to mention, we're looking at undertone, not overtone. Your overtone is what happens to your skin. You could have rosacea, which causes some redness. You could have melasma, which causes the darkness, and you could have more yellowing on the top of your skin, even if you are a cool undertone. So that's the overtone. But when you're purchasing a foundation, it's very important to know your undertone, which is in the deepness of your skin. Okay, so 3 categories we're looking at in purchasing your foundation and looking at the proper colors and undertones to buy. You're looking at cool, warm, and neutral. So you want to know which one you think you are, cool, warm, or neutral. Not all makeup lines are really good at showing you this, but some of them are. So sometimes it's just trial and error to figure out which one you are with the makeup line. I do want to mention that the MAC cosmetic makeup line is a little different too. When you're purchasing foundations from MAC, they'll have an NW or an NC category, or even an N, which is neutral. But NW and NC are the opposite of what it really is. So NW you would think is warm, and NC you would think is cool. But I go by, okay, when I see an NW, I would think not warm. And when I see an NC, I think it's not cool, because I wear NW in the MAC makeup line, which has more of a pink undertone, and the NCs, which you might think is cool, has more of a yellow undertone. So that's how I remember what the MAC line is, not warm or not cool. In this video, I wanted to show you a really cool tool that I had picked up. As a makeup artist, determining my clients' skin undertones sometimes can be a little bit of a challenge. So I saw this tool, and I'm going to show it to you here. It's a wheel, it's a color wheel, but it's for makeup. And I saw this on a channel called Makeup by Shannon Marie, and I will link her channel below for you. She's a pro makeup artist out of LA, and she works on stars and she works on sets, and she's very professional. And she had this on her channel, and I was quite interested in it, so I decided to purchase it. And this was created by another makeup artist called Terri Tomlinson, and I will also put her link below too. And she's the creator of this, and she's a professional makeup artist to the stars. And so this is a really cool wheel. I find that if you're not sure and you're just into foundations and you want to pick this wheel up, you can order it. So I will put where you can order it below in the description box. But just to show you, so if you're looking at the color wheel, so we have all the warm colors here, and then all the cool colors here like you would see on a regular color wheel. And then on the outside she has skin tones that would be appropriate to the color wheel. And like for instance, so she has the skin tones, and then she has different tone in the colors. So she has a lighter and a darker as you go in. And so this helps pick out. Now just to show you, I have more of a cool undertone, and so I'm going to go, I was looking at the color wheel and I found that the blue was the best for me. So if I look at the blue section, because it's cool, and I look at the skin tone adjacent to that, it's the best match for my skin tone, I hope you can see that. And if I go around the wheel, I can definitely see the yellows are definitely not a good match for my skin tone. I don't want to have that glare. But the yellows are not good. More of the cool side is really good. Also, the colors that she has on the inside of the wheel are great contour colors or blush colors. And you can also, with this wheel, put your foundation right on the wheel to see if it matches. This is a MAC N65 that I wear. It's a really good match to my skin tone. And I could put it right on the color wheel right here, and it would be perfect match on there. So this is a really good color wheel. I love it for makeup. And if you want it, it's not very expensive, I don't believe. I can't remember, but I think I paid 20 bucks or something like that with shipping. But it'd be cheaper for you in the US because you might not pay the same amount of shipping. Anyway, it's a really handy little tool to have, even for your own uses. It's quite fun. So I just wanted to mention that, and where you can order it. Okay, we're going to start by picking out 3 shades of foundation that you think might be possible to match up to your skin tone. So if you're in Sephora or a department store, I would suggest you try picking up samples of 3 shades that you think would be the closest to your skin tone. If you're in the drugstore, what I suggest you do is pick out 3 bottles of foundation that you think would be close to your skin tone. A lot of them are marked in the drugstores now, cool, warm, and neutral. I know L'Oreal is really big on showing you the cool, warm, and neutrals. Unfortunately, Maybelline is the ones that I'm going to show you today. They don't have the cool, warm, and neutral categories, so it's kind of trial and error. I got a piece of hair on my face, sorry. It's kind of trial and error picking out, you know, the foundation that you think is going to match. I do have some samples here, or foundations here, that I'm going to give you an idea. So what I would usually do, oh, this is really bothering me, sorry. What I usually do is I'll pick up, this foundation is 120 Classic Ivory, it's called, and this one is 125 Nude Beige. So I know that I am a cool undertone, veering towards neutral, so I tend to gravitate towards looking for those types of foundations. I will hold up this to my face, and there's usually a mirror around the department stores, so I'll hold up, and if you can get in the daylight, even better. I'll hold this up to my face, and I'll hold this up to my face, and I can see that this is a bit too yellow. Now I'm not sure how this is going to come across on the camera, but I'm hoping you can see the difference. This is a little bit too yellow for my skin, and this one here is 125 Nude Beige, is more of my skin tone. So right off the bat, I can see that this definitely is closer to my skin tone. And because I can't get a sample, I hold my breath and hope that this one works out. And this is definitely my color, and this is the one I would buy. If you're unsure, still unsure, and of whether you're cool or warm and how it would look on your skin, a little trick that I have learned that you can try out just to see if it's cool or warm is if you look at the inside of your wrist here, it's usually the lightest part of your skin because you don't usually get that tanned or anything. And what I like to do is if I'm unsure, I guess in the department store you might not be able to, or drugstore you might not be able to do this, but if you're in like Sephora or a department store, is I would take a sample of, so I'll take these two. So this one was the Natural Beige, it's called, and I would take a little bit, I'm just gonna put my brush in here, and I would put it right on my wrist here. I'll show you. As you can see, this one right here, and then I'm going to take this classic ivory, which is the other one, and I'm just going to grab another brush, and I would put this right beside it on my wrist. It will show you almost immediately, like you can let it dry down a little bit, but it'll show you this one definitely has more of a pink undertone to it, and this one will come out as having more of a yellow undertone to it. So like I said, if you're just not sure of whether it's pink or yellow undertone, great place to look is right on the wrist. Now, you're not going to pick it from here to your face. Like somebody might come up to you and say, well, don't test foundations on your wrist to match your face. That's true. You don't want to do that. The only reason I'm doing this is if I really I'm not sure if it's a cool or warm undertone. This will definitely give you an indication of that. Now, when you're matching your foundation to your face, you want to make sure that your face and your neck and your chest all look the same. You don't want to have a lighter face and a darker chest, especially if you're wearing an open neckline, which most of the time in the summer, I think a lot of us wear an open neckline. So you want to have it all look one. You don't want to have it all looking separated. So the whole idea when you're matching your foundation is to have it so it matches this part of your chest. Now, the neck can sometimes not get as much sun. Your neck might be a little fairer, and that's okay because you can always bronze up the neck too. So the most important thing is matching your forehead, I think your chin, and your chest to make them all look, like they're in harmony. So what I suggest you do is you're going to do the 3 stripe test. And again, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me foundations that I have here. And I'm going to start with the 120 Classic Ivory. And often you hear that to stripe it on the cheek to the neck is a good area to do it, and that's true. I don't have any foundation on my face right now. I just have my eye makeup on and my lipstick, and that's it. I do have my sunscreen, and I have a little bit of primer on, but I don't have any color on my face. So just so we can see how we do this. So anyway, I'm going to start off with the Classic Ivory. This is Maybelline Fit Me, and this is the Hydrate and Smooth Foundation. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to take a little bit off the top here, and I will stripe it from my cheek. And I like to, now sometimes it's hard to see, so if you find it really hard to see, come a little bit forward, but I'm going to stripe this one here, and this is the Classic Ivory, and I'm going to go down my neck. And what I like to do also is I'm going to stripe it in some other places. If you can do that, great. If you can't, that's okay. But what else I'm going to do is I'm going to stripe it on my chest right here. And I'm also going to stripe it. Now this is just to show you the difference. I'm just going to stripe it right on my forehead here. So I have it here, here, and here. Now you don't have to do all these 3 places, but I'm just showing you so you can see how the difference it looks. Then I'm going to take number 125 in Nude Beige, same type of foundation. And I'm going to take that out of the brush. And I'll show you. I'm going to stripe it here, here, and here, and down my neck. Now I'm hoping this can pick up. I know it's pretty bright light, so I'm not sure how well this will pick up, but trust me, the colors are appropriate to what I'm trying to show you. All right, so, and then I'm going to take this last color, the 3rd color, and I'll stripe it here, down my neck. You know, obviously I think you're going to be able to see it more on my forehead. Here, and on my chest. So those are the 3 colors. I'm going to move a little bit closer. I'll show you my forehead if I can get to zoom it in. So there's the striping on my forehead. And I'm going to let it dry down just a little bit. I don't know if you can see the striping on my face. There we go. And then on my chest. Now I can see right away that one of them is definitely more of a yellow undertone and the other one is more of a pink undertone, and the 3rd one is more of an olive undertone. So if you can see on my chest, this top one here is more olive undertone. This one has more of a pink undertone, and this one has more of a yellow undertone. Again, on my forehead, this one here has olive. So you can see these better on my forehead and my chest, it seems like, because I do have pigmentation on my face and more tanning on my face there. So what I want to do is I want to pick one that's going to blend in and look the most natural to my skin tone. And when I'm looking at my chest, the one in the middle seems to be the closest to my skin tone, and this is the neutral color. I'm going to blend it out, and this middle one is definitely closest to my skin tone. So I suggest you do the stripe method test if you can get samples, and that's the best way of figuring out. And you know, you tend to, right on your forehead, you can really notice it too, what the best color is going to be for your skin tone. I also want to mention that if you find that when you put your foundation on it looks a bit ashy, that's a good indication that the undertone in the foundation you're using is not correct. So if it looks ashy, it's possibly, you know, has too much yellow in it for you when you're a pink undertone, or the other way around. Also, if you have an olive complexion, oftentimes you'll tend to go towards more of the neutral tones in the foundations. Just to show you with the color wheel that I have, this is the green undertone here, or skin tone, and you'll see that when you're looking at the foundations, oh, this is really glare, sorry. This is more of a neutral undertone in the foundation. So those are the kind of colors you're going to go towards for more of an olive skin tone. So I'm just on the verge of coming into that, but typically I tend towards more of the cool neutral undertone for my skin. Another thing I wanted to mention that I think I forgot to mention is when you're doing the stripe test and testing your foundations, try to be in daylight. The daylight is the best option. You can take a little mirror like I have here and go out. If you put one in your purse, you can go out into the daylight and see which one blends into the skin the best. So it's a really good option with daylight. Right here that I have the lights on me, these are daylight light bulbs. They're good, but if you can go outside, that's even better. In the stores, you'll find that Sephora, the lighting is terrible. And a lot of the department stores, you'll find the lighting really bad. So it's not really a good indication to help you figure out which is the best color for you. Now, a few more tips for you on, I hope it will help when you're deciding to picking out your foundation color. It's better to go a little bit darker with your foundation as we mature, because if we go lighter, like you hear sometimes, it can really wash you out. We're already starting to lose color as we mature. So we want to add a little bit more color into our face. So just a tad bit darker is really good. So obviously, you know, I'll be tanning a little bit over the summer. So I match the face up to my chest too. Also, you can mix two foundations together if you haven't got quite the right shade. Oftentimes I'll mix one foundation with another, and then I'll find my perfect shade. So it's a little bit of experimentation too, which I actually quite enjoy mixing foundations, whether it's for color or for the finish, because sometimes if it's too matte for me, I'll mix a foundation in that has a little bit more moisture or luminosity in it. Also, if you have a foundation that's too pink, a pink undertone, you can add a little bit of yellow, get one that has a yellow undertone, and that will neutralize the foundation so it matches your skin a little bit better. And you can go vice versa. If you're more yellow and you want to add a little bit of pink into it, you can do that too. Also, if you have a foundation that's too dark, you can actually get the drops that can lighten it up or darken it up if it's too light. So I have a couple samples here of the Body Shop has some lightening and darkening adjusters. So this is the lightening shade adjuster from the Body Shop. You can add a tad into your foundation if you want to lighten it up. And I also have one from Atelier, which is a white that I add into foundation that I find a little bit dark. They both do come in with the darkening shades too, if you want to darken it if it's too light. I've done some research too, and I found a couple websites that I will link below for you that hopefully will be helpful in if you have a specific foundation color. It'll help you to find other foundations in other lines that will match up to your skin tone. So I will put there's two websites. I'm going to put them in the description box below, and you can check them out and see if that will be helpful for you too. So I hope you found this video helpful and you got some tips that you can put towards searching for the right foundation match. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you. Please put your comments below in the comment section and let me know if you have any stories of matching foundation trials, errors, and successes. I would love to hear from you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. So take care, have a great day. Bye.